Who doesn't know this huge creature? Do you know why it's the most famous dinosaur in the world? Or when its first fossil was discovered? Today, we dive into the fascinating reality surrounding the Tyrannosaurus rex. The Tyrannosaurus rex, or T-Rex, is one of the most famous and well-known dinosaurs worldwide. It lived around 66 million years ago, at the end of the Cretaceous period in what is now North America, and became extinct due to the effects of an asteroid impact that caused significant climate changes and disrupted life on Earth, making the end of the dinosaurs era. But before its tragic end, let's break things down. It was one of the largest and most powerful predators to ever exist, reaching up to 12 meters in length, around 39 and 3 feet, and 4 meters in height, around 13 feet, with a bite capable of exerting up to 6 tons of force. Without a doubt, this bite was one of the most powerful of all terrestrial animals, past or present. In addition to its 9-ton weight, this physical power made it a symbol of the brute strength of dinosaurs. By the way, subscribing to my channel gives me the strength to keep making more and more videos like this one. Its large head, sharp teeth, and upright posture made it visually striking. Furthermore, its long tail and small arms have captured people's imaginations, making it an easily recognizable dinosaur in any representation. Despite its size, the T-Rex could have run at around 30 kilometers per hour or 18.6 miles per hour. While not as fast as other more agile dinosaurs, its strength and size gave it an advantage while hunting. It also had an exceptional sense of smell and vision. In fact, it's believed that its sense of smell was so developed that it could detect prey from a great distance. Although for a long time it was thought that the T-Rex was an active hunter, today many paleontologists believe it could have also been a scavenger, feeding on dead animals and hunting when the opportunity arose. It's possible that it was omnivorous in certain circumstances, depending on its environment, much like humans or pigs. Hit the like button with those little arms, and if you like, let me remind you that you can buy any drawing you see me creating on the channel at my online store. The link is in the pinned comment and in the description box. What's fascinating about this creature is how easy it is to pour data about it online. But how the hell do we know so much about it if it lived 66 million years ago and no one has ever seen a single living specimen? Do we really know that much about it? Did it really look like that, behave that way, and have those colors? How did we start learning about this species, and when? The first fossil of the Tyrannosaurus rex was found in 1902 in the state of Montana, United States. It was discovered by paleontologist Barnum Brown, who worked for the American Museum of Natural History. The discovery marked a huge milestone in paleontology. The fossil found was part of the jaw and some leg bones. Although this discovery was important, it wasn't until a few years later that more complete remains were found, which allowed scientists to get a better idea of what the dinosaur really looked like. When the first T-Rex fossil was found, they didn't know exactly what type of dinosaur it was. At that time, many dinosaur discoveries were being made, but paleontologists hadn't yet fully understood the diversity and classification of these animals. Initially, the T-Rex was mistaken for other carnivorous dinosaurs, but due to its size and unique features such as its enormous head and teeth, scientists soon realized it was a new species. In fact, in 1905, paleontologist Henry Fairfield Osborn, president of the American Museum of Natural History, gave the dinosaur the name Tyrannosaurus rex, meaning king of the tyrant lizards. The word Tyrannosaurus comes from the Greek tyrannos, tyrant, and sauros, meaning lizard or reptile, while rex is Latin for king. Its name reflected its status as the largest and most feared predator of its time. In its early years of discovery, the T-Rex was interpreted as a fierce predator, though, as mentioned earlier, some studies suggest it could also be a scavenger. Since its discovery, the T-Rex has been one of the most studied dinosaurs. As more fossils were found and analysis techniques improved, scientists gained a more complete understanding of its biology and behavior. What was initially thought of a simple giant lizard has become one of the most iconic symbols of the dinosaur era. But one of the biggest questions I've always had about this animal is its color. The exact color of the Tyrannosaurus rex is not known for sure, as no fossilized skin has been found to retain the original pigments. However, scientists have made some assumptions based on the study of fossils from other dinosaurs and modern animals. And this is something that I always wonder. Why do we take for granted those dinosaur images that save our imaginations about the past if they're just mere assumptions? It's believed that the T-Rex had a scaly skin, similar to many modern reptiles. This type of skin in modern reptiles is often brown or gray, although it can vary depending on the species and environment. Some studies suggest that the Tyrannosaurus rex might have had colors that allowed it to camouflage into its environment. In this case, its upper body, the back, might have been dark colored, like browns or greens, while its lower body, the belly, could have been lighter, like white or pale yellow, a pattern common in many modern animals known as counter-shading, similar to what we see today in some reptiles and birds. Other scientific theories have also suggested that, like other related dinosaurs such as the Dromaeosaurus, the T-Rex might have had small feathers on certain parts of its body, especially during its youth. Feathers in dinosaurs were probably bright or screamingly colored, but in the adult T-Rex, if it had them, they might have been smaller and in more muted colors. Do you also think that T-Rex could have been a distant relative of the dodo? In summary, although we don't know for certain what its exact color was, it's possible that the T-Rex had a combination of colors that helped it survive and adapt to its environment, like camouflage that allowed it to ambush its prey or avoid detection. But without a doubt, the T-Rex is the most famous dinosaur of all. Do you know why? The Tyrannosaurus rex has been a key species in understanding the evolution of carnivorous dinosaurs, and its name is associated with major research and discoveries in paleontology. It is the king of the dinosaur kingdom due to its size and power, making it a symbol of prehistory for both scientists and the mainstream public. It was the king because it was an apex predator, meaning it was at the top of the food chain. Its ability to hunt or scavenge large prey makes it a fascinating subject of study for paleontologists and an example of the evolution of the carnivorous animals. Could we think that it was the human of the Jurassic period? Or are we the T-Rex of the future? We'll never know. But what we do know is that the T-Rex has appeared in movies, TV shows, and books for decades. And it probably became even more famous thanks to the 1993 movie Jurassic Park. In it, the T-Rex is portrayed as an imposing creature that escapes its enclosure and terrorizes the characters. This image in cinema made the T-Rex a global icon. We don't know in the past, but its presence in museums, toys, and video games had also contributed to its recent fame. The T-Rex is also a symbol of the dinosaur era and their extinction, as one of the last dinosaurs to live before the event that wiped them out 66 million years ago. It represents the end of an era, generating fascination for what it represents in terms of natural history. Besides terrorizing its fellow creatures back then, the humans in Jurassic Park and ruling the roost, paleontologists quickly fell in love with its large bones. Could this dinosaur has ever imagined being the object of desire for a new dominant species 66 million years later and ending up hanging in a museum? Is this the representation of the love of knowledge? Or the divine punishment for this tyrant? We may never know.